Good evening, crewmates. Captain Andy here. Thank you for waiting for a whole week for me to come back. I do apologize for how long it takes me to get back, but I got that thing called responsibilities, which I am deprived of at the moment. This is why I'm here, to enjoy my time with you. For those that have been following the previous streams, I am continuing Clalin's journey through Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn story, and throughout the entire Final Fantasy XIV, but Clalin, being my legacy character, has not finished hasn't gone past the Realm Reborn post story, and that's my goal for her. Although in doing so, I want to show off as much storyline as I can, which includes doing all the respective jobs and classes and storylines, including the gatherers and crafters, which is what we're going to be continuing on today. As seen in our last stream, we started working a little bit on Fisher. Unfortunately, my body was a little bit too tired at that point, towards the end of the stream, or I guess within an hour or two of that stream, where I think it was like less than an hour, my body just was clonking out on me. I just couldn't stay up much longer than that. So, it is what it is. We are back. We are refreshed as much as possible. And let's continue on with part 2 of our journey through the Fisher storyline of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. I believe we finished up the quest level 15. I think it was the 4th quest. We're going to continue on. I'm hoping to get Fisher done this evening. From my understanding, at least I gained a new respect for the Rogue Ninja as well as the Fisher storylines. Quest lines, as they are a lot longer than I expected them to be. Especially the Rogue Ninja. Rogue Ninja took me it took 2 streams to just finish that. And Fisher, well, as mentioned previously, that is mostly RNG based. Obviously, if you have the correct lure, that makes the things a lot more simpler. But in the end, you're still waiting for that one fish to just enjoy the food that you're providing it. That being said, let's continue on with the quest. Now I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Sissipu. You might recall Shushurun, the babble-spewing fish connoisseur. Perhaps not, but he certainly recalls you. Apparently, there aren't enough fish in the sea, and he's set his sights on freshwater fish. He's even tried catching them himself, though that's proved problematic so far. While Kirkin possess a healthy appetite for fish, they lack the necessary patience, and often end up eating their own bait. The problem has a relatively straightforward solution: employing a lure in place of live bait. Unfortunately, the straightforward solution requires a turnabout demonstration, as Chuchurun does not readily accept the concept of inedible bait. If only you might snag 5 warm-water trout with crow flies, he might come to see the light. The fish are said to populate the shores of Oakwood in Upper Lenosha. Though I can't say I've been recently, I consider it inauspicious to cast one's line under the watchful gaze of a giant sea serpent. We'll be fine. I think because of the longevity of how long this quest can take, I might just teleport more often than usual. At least for this Fisher quest line. I think I got some crow flies last time. I do not. Got a rat tail. But crowfly is the best, so I should be able to get some at the fisherman's. No. Can I make that? Brass ingot and a crow feather. I want to play it safe, so do I have any of these items? Core feathers I don't have. I have a lot of those. Do I have any core feathers anywhere? I do. Let's just make that ourselves. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That we're gonna grab here, brass ingots that are right here. Just need one. I think that was goldsmithing. Yeah. There you go, all that. So from here, let's go back to Fisher. I'm gonna be getting rid of these eventually. They just take up so much space. Like, it's not much now, but if you keep playing Fisher, you will. There's like a new lure every 5 levels or so. Probably even less than that. Maybe every 3.5 levels or something. It fills up your inventory quite quickly. Where's Oakwood? If Oakwood's where I'm thinking it is, it might be fast if I just go this way. Since if I take the chocobo there, that chocobo takes me all the way to Camp Bronze Lake. Then I have to take the boat across or fly across. But I can just take the boat from here to West Inland Ocean and then go to Upper Reef from there. Yeah, let's do that. Airport, yep. Makes this a lot more. I don't want to say simple, but it makes it a lot more simple. And there's no mounts, like no chocobo ports that go from here to Oakwood, mostly because there's no chocobo border in Oakwood. So we just gotta hoof it ourselves or take the bird horse bird. Chocobo! I certainly mean this fish here, maybe? Let's try here. And much like before, we wait till we catch a fish. And we're looking for 5 warm water trouts. That's a dark bass. I don't need a dark bass. Well, it says Oakwood down here, so I'm assuming this is the right spot. Hey, it's one trout. Let's go for number 2. Yeah, suggestion for this: relax, enjoy yourselves. It's like fishing in general, I guess. We just wait and catch our fish. Hey, another one. 3 more. Oh, caught a big one. Big what? Hey, let's go. Let's get another one. What's this doing? Able to execute certain actions. Cool. I don't think this is our fish. We only get 1 exclamation mark there. This is probably something... a crab. Yeah, we don't eat crabs. Here. I don't need any more crabs. I'm quite fine. One more to go, and this quest is done. So, how's everyone's evening going tonight, or so far? So far, it's been okay here. Oh. And we're done. Alright, let's go back to Aleport and then make our way to Linsun. Hand in our fish. To Chuchurum. I like Mooch 2 better. With Mooch, you have to use Mooch soon enough, you'll see. I think that's part of the next quest, actually. How can Clalin bait fish without bait? Freshwater trout. This freshwater fish was once found only in the waters heated by the fluids of lava coursing beneath the mighty volcano Ogamoro. After the calamity, however, fishers began finding the wavekin in other warm locations such as Clalin. You truly fish trout without fake. You truly fish trout using fake food? Indeed. For all the fish know, the lure may as well be alive. Clalin successfully used them to catch these tasties. You see, Chitruin, deception lies at the heart of fishing. Yes. Lies lie at the heart of fishing. Chitruin no fool. Chitruin fool fish. Precisely. Well, I trust that we've managed to guide you to the path of self-sufficient fishing. More coins, yay. Alright, next one. Game of cat and fish. You're familiar with the Culinarian Guild, aren't you, Clalin? If you can tell by the superstitious name, their members are a finicky bunch, particularly the Fussy Master Lingsath. So when he comes asking for shadow catfish, no other fish will do. Even if I can explain that fishing one out involves an arduous journey to Fallgourd float, followed by grueling labor. Naturally, I thought of you for the task. This will likely require a bit of fish whaling, if you know what I mean. Though I imagine you do not, as I just invented that word. It seems recasting a fish you've caught as bait for. It means recasting a fish that you've just caught as bait for a yet larger fish. In my wisdom, I have deemed that your fishing prowess, land-faring acumen, and physical presence directly in front of me qualify you as the ideal candidate for the job. I have no doubt you'll be more than amply capable of fish wheeling, or any other new terms I see fit to conjure up for that matter. Simply use crayfish balls to catch a striped goby, then recast that to catch the shadow catfish. Take it from the inventor of fish whaling. Since the striped goby will become your lure, you want to catch the biggest, shiniest one you can find. A long journey lies ahead of you, and I fear the guild will not be the same in your absence. However, I choose to think of it as not losing a friend, but gaining a catfish. Shadow catfish. Good luck. Alright, so the catch is, that's what he was explaining with fish wheeling, is they want you to do something called mooching, where exactly how he explained. You catch a fish, then use that fish to catch a bigger fish. Unfortunately, with only where's it? Where's mooch? Mooch right here. The downside of that, you have to catch a large size fish for it to be mooched. Whereas mooch 2, you could use any fish that you catch of that same variety. Unfortunately, I do not have the I have to catch large fish. Now, one thing about what he's saying here, that to catch the shadow catfish, you need to use a striped goby, which is true. You can also use something an Alamegan fighting fish. This shadow catfish is actually better off using the Alamegan fighting fish to catch by mooching it. And fighting fish, you make use of prefer a what do you call it? Bait called midge baskets, which I'm not sure where to get, so I'm gonna actually, can I make that? I cannot. So I'll see if they have it up here. Battlecraft, Impended, Diemonger, Scripts, Fieldcraft, there you go. Midge baskets. Forget it, should grab 99 of these. I'll sell them back if I need to. Right, let's go to Fallgourd Ford now. This requires a lot of walking, and I'm not particularly interested in a lot of walking, so we're going to go to teleport all the way to the North Shroud. Fallgourd Float. Ooh. Essentially here, just find a good spot to fish, and we'll go fish. Tension? That means Odin's up. Hang on, guys. We're in for a treat today. Let's see if we can find Odin. Oh, there's already a party that started for that. Now, Odin himself is the Fate. And you can show up at any one of the shroud locations. North, south, central, or east. The fate itself, though, will not appear on the map. This big map, it'll show up on your mini-map when you're close to it. Or if you just see a bunch of people near a particular area. I don't think it's here, but this area. Let's go to Central Shroud. No, let's try this. Found it. It's something that's There we go. No, he looks like he's easy, level 50, but he's actually a lot stronger than that usually. You go to... I remember the first... I'm not sure if he was always like this, but I remember this one time it just, like, they gave him a boost where we were part of level 70s. And even at level 50, he wiped the floor with us. And FC mates could not... I was just saying this in my FC chat. No one would believe until they came out and fought, and then they got... The floor was wiped with them, so it's kind of cool. Looks like this model is a Mikote model. The Odin models change depending on who was the one that got the killing blow the last time. I'm stoned. Alright, Odin, let's dance. I've already been dancing for a while. I jumped like a stone. When you start casting Zantakutsukun, you have to kill him right away, or else everyone dead. That is Odin. You beat him, you get a nice little achievement called Uncut. As well as some neat items like some Odin mantles, which you can use to exchange for items such as the sword, for instance. I think the barding as well. That's actually one of the cleanest Odin fights I've actually done. That one jinxed itself, but it was one of the cleanest ones I've done. Alright, so I already got the Odin barding. Or Sleipnir barding. Alright, let's continue on where we were. Let's continue fishing. Where were we now? Yeah, we're talking about fishing last time before we got interrupted by Odin. Sorry about that. Oh, you got to see Odin today? Nope, wrong one. Gotta change the bait. I already had the one. Alright. Odin! Yes, I completely plan to have Odin here. See, now here's an elegant fighting fish, but it's not a large fish. So I cannot use that, so I gotta toss him back in. I'm looking for large fish. Large elegant fighting fish or large striped goby. I don't need that. If I had a, what you call it, Mooch 2, I wouldn't have to toss that fish, that fighting fish. I could have just used Mooch 2. But I don't have that. So I just gotta suck it up and just enjoy what I have. And now we wait. So now you're looking for a very specific, not just a. Ooh, there's my large fish right here, large. So when I have that, I click on Mooch. Essentially, it hooks the fish back onto the fishing line, in hopes of getting a bigger fish. Because as the saying goes, there's always a bigger fish. Now we're looking for a shadow catfish. There we go. Let's go ahead and descend, shall we? This fishing quest brought to you by Odin. You'll find a catfish seek at Foul Gourd float in the North Shroud. Mayhaps it's a tad presumptuous to say you will find one, but that's where they are, at any rate. Shadow catfish. A large whiskered fish that can be found in the calm marshes of the Black Shroud. Seeing God's ought to crack a smile when he glimpses this beauty. They say never to look a gift fish in the mouth, but one cannot help but stare at that gaping grimace. It looks like it could swallow a person whole. I'm sure the fish of Gridania are none too pleased to see this one leave the water. None too displeased. I heard that Yarzans covered the fish too, sometimes migrating north and attacking fishermen in hopes of stealing the catch. Suppose I should have warned you about that ahead of time. Still, I don't see what all the fuss is about. For all the lengths one needs travel and dangers one need brave, the fish tastes a little better than mud. Psst. Pardon me, but perhaps I might persuade you to prepare them in a proper bath. Water washes off the waste you can wipe away, but the invisible vapors only vanish with vinegar. You must mind the mud you can't see. Speaking of the mud you can't see, where did you come out of all of a sudden? A good guildmaster gusts in and goes out a gale. Now you see me, now you don't. Actually, I think we both still see you standing there. But this is neither here nor there, Clalin. There are a few fishermen who could haul in the catch you did today. Frankly, I've started to wonder how you got along without you. About as good as any other day? The catfish you fetched for Linsgath has raised quite a stir. He was so pleased with the quality and quickness of the delivery that he's been raving about you to anyone in earshot. And now the word swirling around Limsa of a fabled fisherwoman has reached the ears of your fellow guildmates. Though most of them have no idea who you are, it doesn't stop the lazy sunbather from fabricating folk stories about you. Meanwhile, Chuchuru's done his part to add to your fame, singing your praises well beyond the walls of the guild. So well beyond the walls, in fact, that goblins have come to enlist your help. Toctix is a friend of Chuchurun's, so we're somewhat obligated to hear him out. Though I don't expect him to be much more intelligible. Loath though I am to admit, we'll most likely need Wawalago again. Toctix. Chuchurun told many glory tales of mighty fish bringing to Toctix. Toctix is friend. Chuchurun is friend. Fish bringing is friendly friend, yes? Moon was shining on eastern east of Lenosha when most lovely fish appeared. Toctix wondered fishy friend Fishbringer can bring back lovely fish from Moonsea. What? Right. Alright, you old coot. So Goblin gets a glimpse at some guilds, and I'm to guess the game? Naturally, I know what you need to net. I'm only surprised you saw fit to solicit my support. The moment you mentioned the moon on the east of Lenosha, I figured out the frisky fish you're fixing to fetch. Full moon sardines. Schools of striplings migrate under moonlight through the Strait of Myrlithor to return to their mothers or meet their makers. Tastiest time to take them too. Pluck their plum in their prime. From dusk to dawn, droves dip and dive down Bloodshore. Spinning spoonworms in the water will snag you some sardines and sate your sponsor. Alright, spoonworms it is. Same times I can sell some of the stuff I picked up. Bloodshore, Bloodshore, Bloodshore. Oh, I think I know where that is. Excuse me, folks. Did say spoonworm, right? Spoon. So given that's moonfish, I'm assuming it's only nighttime, and it's not just nighttime yet. So that gives me time just to go through my inventory. This thing needs to get anywhere. My saddlebag full? No. It is now. Bloodshore, that'd be, I'm gonna assume south to Bloodshore. And we're just gonna sit this time, and I think this is the right spot. I hope so. So I need 10 sardines, really? What's a seahorse? A SIBO. Toss that garbage out. Come on. Hey, that's one. 9 more to go. Eight more to go. Those are don't want to take the time to fish as well, or suppose you just want to get the quest ends in a hurry. You can always just buy most fish you can buy off the market board, which I assume is what most people do. But I suppose I'm not like most people. I like to torture us all with fishing. Fishing, fishing, fishing. Alright, 6 more to go. This is not bad, actually. Full moon sardines. Given that these are not unique, you can easily get off the market board. I'm pretty sure the people that just fish up like 10 of these just sell or some 10 at a time. For folks like that. I'm probably, in my case, the last fish I might get off the market board if I get too unlucky. Because the last one from the AR quest line is rather a pain to get. You have to use the moochie to mooch a fish. So you catch a fish, a large, you mooch that. Then you catch a second fish, and you have to catch a large version of the second fish, and then mooch that again to have a chance of getting the big fish. Which where mooch 2 comes in handy, because you don't have to just gotta catch it, use it, and go with it. But I don't have that now. I only have mooch 1. It is what it is. Ooh, is this big fish? It's a big SIBO. Maybe toss you back. Next. I just need 2 more sardines. Come on. Give me my sardines. I just need 2. Hey, there's a large one. 1 more to go. I can move something with that? Probably the big fish of this area. And we are done here. Let's get back to Limita. Here we can be 1 step closer to finishing the Fisher quest. A 10 fish a moonful is for 10 fish a moonful is for tactics? Full moon sardine. A tiny saltwater fish native to the waters of Vilbrand. Unlike other wavekin, they feed only at night, their activity increasing as Minfina waxes. Fish God, yes! Fishbringers brought lovely fish from Moonsea. First eye catch of lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of Toctex. Toctex has dreamings to taste lovely fish. Friendly friend Fishbringer had me true Toctex's big dreams. Glory tales of true and are no silly babble. Fishbringer of fairy legends. Toctex makes sure every gobby knows Fishbringer fairy legend. Okay. Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast-trading goblins is likely to bring you fortune. Although you might want to find a less pungent title, so as not to draw away other prospective patrons. But what's in a title? What's in a title? That which is called Fishbringer by any other name would smell as sweet. Yay, 54, let's go! Ooh. Next! Your gobbly friendly friend was looking for you earlier. He told me to make his fish's fantasies come true. He recalled the dish that tickled his fancy some years ago and now needs you to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it is apparently called, is indigenous to, well, this is a true mind-boggling part, the desert of all places. Toctic spoke of a trapper named Ugoromuli who fished one out of Forgotten Springs in the southern reaches of Thanalan. If you want that catfish, you'd best go and speak with her. Yeah, we're just gonna teleport there too. Ugoromuli. Friend of Toxics, you say? Sure. Do and fish my fair share of desert catfish. Never eat them though, not that much. No, that much. Only ever use them as sandworm bait. Thought of eating desert catfish hasn't occurred to me until that goblin devoured it before my eyes. Still wouldn't touch them myself. Different fish for different folk, as they say. No problem fishing them out though. Can't even tell you how it's done. Just comes down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it really. Easy as dropping a line with some sand leeches at the fishing hole east of Bargot Strike, near the Amalja encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Real test of your reel out here. Trick is to hold on when it flails. Only takes one to make a day's haul. Good hunting. So I need more sand spoons, something like that. Sand leech. Okay, so this can take a while. Alright, so catfish. Not a while, this can take up a lot of room in inventory space. Which means I gotta get rid of some of these. Eventually. This and this can go away, don't need those anymore. Or at all. But they're good if you're just doing this for the first time. As the name implies, desert fishing is fishing in the desert. And here we go. Yes, you fish in the desert. It is interesting, I'll give him that. I don't want an antlion slug. Get out of here. Another one. Fantastic. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh, what did I catch? Dust the fish. Not what I'm looking for. There we go. Back to Musa Limitza. I caught that! An achievement already achieved. Alright. Fish bringer, find tasty fish, fish cat, and sandy land, and for friendly friend TikToks. Desert catfish. A large variety of air-breathing catfish. Its near frictionless scales allow it to swim through the desert as a normal fish would through water. Ska. Tactics is saying Thanksgiving to fish bringer for lip smacking fish cat. Fish cat nutrients make strengthful Fish cat nutrients make for strengthful satchel strands. TikTok trades tongue flaps with Linksgar for fancy cooking of fish cat and Bismarck. Linksat's only fancy cooks after shop lock because of strengthful fish cat order. Fish bringer makes TikToks one happy gobby. Okay, I'm glad you're happy, buddy. Just the fish I was hoping to see. Uncanny timing as always. The celebrity you retrieved has resulted in more obscure requests than I know what to do with. Your dunes fishing escapades in particular have raised eyebrows. The truly eccentric requests I've seen fit to turn away. But who can say no to the Bruguiere Consortium? I, for one, cannot. But perhaps you'll have something else to say when you speak with Cybele. She's waiting for you outside the guild. Sibel. Ah, Clalin, I take it. The legend said you were svelte, but failed to mention how voluptuous you are as well. Okay, thank you. I have no idea that our time together would be advantageous to us both. To business then. I want you to bring me rain collars from Gridania's Jadeite flood. However, there's a catch to this catch. The rain collars spend most of their time lying dormant on the bed of the water, active only when the rain comes. Keep an eye to the skies. You'll need the fish to be aroused, so that they'll bite at the bait. Stem borers are most effective, or so I'm told. As to why we want them, well, the fish are prized by wealthy Uldans for possessing certain properties. Down, tick, tick, down, down. And it is the custom of the Bruja Consortium to fulfill unconventional needs and desires. 5 ring collars are all we require to satisfy these aristocrats' needs. Alright, before I can go down that way, I'm gonna have to remove some stuff from my inventory. That's fine. I'm not worried about the price for these here. You guys can sell. 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 Here. So you have to wait till it's raining to catch those. This remind patient gets the ooh. Okay, well, I won't have a choice. Rain collar. 5. You know what? Forget it. My patience runs in for that part. I'm all for catching fish. Yeah, I'll probably spend it one day later on. Just doing as much fish, catching as many fish as I can. Waiting for it to rain in a particular areas, I would like to do that. Just not right now. My goal is to do the storyline. With my luck, it won't be raining in that area for 5 days. Real life 5 days. Hey, I caught the fish. Yeah, that's right, I caught it. Brings 5 rain colors from Gordania's Jedi flood. We will make it worth your while. Rain collar. A deep blue freshwater fish native to the lakes and swamps of the Black Shroud. They can be seen sticking their heads out of the water whenever it rains, leading some people to believe it is the fish summoning the storm. However, naturalists have surmised that the fish are simply rising to the surface in search of food, mistaking the drops of water for insects. I knew you were the right lass for the job. Who else could deliver such a rare and virile specimen? These will suit the Udon's purposes quite well. Yep, you're welcome. Fish them myself. The other males have been led to believe that ingesting the rain collars will endow them with, let us say, vigor. No one knows whether it's true, and I don't personally care to find out. I only know that rich men will stop at nothing to recapture their former glory. And so these fish should fetch a fair price at market. Speaking of fetching, I'm quite impressed with your handiwork, Clalin. The consortium will be pleased. Of course, we please more than just the consortium. I look forward to seeing more of you. Bam. I believe fish. I believe fish can fly. Oh, so you haven't forgotten the old Fisherman's Guild? Good to see all the prestige and glamour that accompanies fishing stardom hasn't gone to your head. It's a wonder your head hasn't popped. What with all that with sardine and catfish fables inflating your legend to prestigious proportions. And to think, I knew when you were still dredging anchovies out of the muck. Rest assured that whatever greatness you go on to achieve, you'll always be the sorry scrap of kelp that floated into the guild one fateful day. As far as I'm concerned. Now, go speak with Cybele and see to her request. Didn't you notice her waiting for you outside? No, because I didn't leave. Ah, Clalin. The the terms you come up with in Realm Reborn. Clalin, the libidinous lords of Ul'dah were terribly excited by the raid callers you reeled in, sending your profits soaring accordingly. And so I come to lay another challenge before you. You have conquered the waves and dunes, but what of the clouds? Only you are heavenly enough to fish the cloud cutters that swim the low skies of Ishgard within the sea of clouds. I too doubted my ears upon hearing such a fish, but Cavalin's resolve was adamant, and he will hear no protests. Besides, I've never been one to say no. Luckily for us, the Brugera Consortium has friends in high places, namely the Highlands of Korthus. You only need to seek out Firmament at White Brim Front. He will tell you all you need to know. Confident you will prevail in your conquest, I have rendered full payment to Sissipu in advance. You need only bring your 5 cloud cutters to satisfy me. I think that requires hoverworms. These will sell eventually. Oh, they had a few hoverworms. Oh, I guess can't do much bad with more. I guess not. I think what's up with the fisher quest and getting rid of the baits. So let's go to Korthus Highlands. White Brim Front. Let's go fish some cloud cutters in the sky. Fishing in the sky. We'll be fishing in the sky. White Brim. Let's continue on with this. Okay, I need to just go to an edge to fish after I talk to this Femina. 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 We're gonna speak with Femina. Okay, but of course we'll do that. I believe fish can fly. Believe fish can touch the sky. Fermina. Greeting, traveler. Visitors from little lumens are rare to these climes. I am told you seek the fish. I am told you seek the fish, the magnificent cloud cutters that grace the sea of clouds. As squires, we practice catching our dinner, but the task of trying even for the most experienced among us. How unaccustomed to the term I hope to succeed where so many accomplished fishermen have failed is beyond me. But mine is not to stand in the way of foolhardy endeavors. The fish float upon inflating pockets of vapor, allowing them to ride currents of air. They are thus able to escape predators and take refuge in the clouds. Moreover, an aerial fish requires an aerial worm, in this case the hoverworms. Such is the extent of the knowledge I will confer to you. I fear the remainder is a matter of experience and skill. I wish you good luck, for you will surely need it. Alright, let's go fishing. Yep. That's honey. I need hover, not honey. Why not buy more honey worm? Probably sell it here. I would not doubt it. Well, where can I fish from here? Let's try over here. There we go. Let's cast the line over a cliff. Yep, we're gonna fish from clouds, people. The fish inside the clouds. One of money. We need 5 cloud cutters. A skyfish. Get out of here. Yeah. What? Listen to songs and stuff over here. Makes it a whole lot easier. Rift Sailor. Get out of here. Oh, what'd I get? What'd I get? A Rift Sailor again. I'm gonna get out of here. I have the hoverworms on, yeah? This will take a while. A cloud jellyfish. Okay, another skyfish. Again, I might just go off get something at the mark board if this keeps up. Then I'm getting a bit tired again. Another cloud jellyfish. I did not even see one cloud cutter yet. I'm gonna try another bait. Let's see. Good for cloud fishing. Let's try this. Maybe the other fish are not likely to be interested in this. This is more promising. Hey, there's one. Favorite time music. Let's continue with this. I'll try to versatile lure it next time if I need to. Hey, there we go. This is more like it. Two more to go. I like this bait better than the other one I had. Picking up less stuff I don't need. Even though I may not like the fish I always catch, I always still reel it in. I get experience points this way. And I'm gonna be leveling up again soon. I swear, fish gets a lot of experience. Well, I guess that's true for anything, but the more advanced fish you catch, the more XP you get. Sometimes that XP is a bit surprising. But in this case, like here, I'm just fishing up fish I don't need, and you get the XP for it. And right after this one, I'm gonna level up. Love this piano music. Level 55. Let's go. With one more cloud cutter to get. And we pick up some more fish. This is about catch a fishy. Yeah, I'm actually getting tired. For those that are joining, thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Thank you for joining our very enticing fishing expedition. We're almost there. We go. Finished with this quest, and I think we have one more after this, and gonna be done with our Fisher storyline. I'm gonna get rid of half of these. I'm gonna need some space for the next job. We'll be culinarian. That requires quite a bit of space. So any lure I get now, if I don't have space with my retainer, I'm just gonna sell them. So, you're to pluck 5 cloud cutters from the skies of Corthus. Are we certain these aren't birds? Cloud cutter. The swiftest inhabitants of the Sea of Clouds. Cloud cutters will fly straight in a single direction for miles before quickly turning at some unthinkable angle and darting off in another direction. The fabled cloud cutters. It turns out they weren't birds after all. Just like jellyfish, they jump and jerk and jolt to jiggle themselves up. Well, speaking of things that float around aimlessly, its guardians consider the cloud cutter the crest of class and character. It confers them to commemorate and congratulate countrymen who commit conduct a cut above the clouds, if you will. I won't, but what use would it be to Clalin? Local lore alleges that the legendary Elizin in Limps of Lamentus is actually its guardian lord. I wonder what you'd do if you were Clalin. I would do what I'm going to do anyways. Deliver the fish. Last one. So long. Thanks for all the fish. This one here, if I can't do it myself, like, properly, I'm gonna just buy it off the market board. Gods, this is unbelievable! According to age-old adage, when the going gets tough, the tough go fishing. Unfortunately, the adage is of little use when the tough going happens to be a fishing ban. What? You haven't heard, have you? Einzar Slaffrin has closed all docks and ports for fishing vessels on the authority of Admiral Merlewib. Some sorry sailors supposedly spotted a serpent at sea, and so Slaffrin stated that for all our safety, all our services must cease. It is so frustrating. Well, we may be a group of sedentary fishers, but we're not about to take the sitting down. Slow down, everybody. you're likely to fall over and get a scraped knee. First, we need to know what we're up against. The Brugade Consortium maintains ties to the Maelstrom, so several may know something we do not. It is time to go fishing. For information. It is certainly a pleasure to see you again, though I wish you were under happier circumstances. The news came as a shock to us as well. Any Lumentans who ever boarded a boat has heard the tale. Back when the world was naught but a dry, lifeless rock, Lemian created a great serpent from its massive maw. The creature spat forth water until the land was filled, but it would not stop. To prevent the world from being completely submerged, the navigator trapped the serpent in a floating island with the warning that if it were ever to be freed, the seas would rise until the world ended. This is from where the Thalassocratic motto, "Till sea swallows all comes." You can imagine the admiral's surprise upon learning a sailor claims to actually have seen the serpent in question. While you and I may recognize it as a fairy tale aimed to scare children, the panic in the streets is real. So, Slafferson hasn't any choice but to take drastic measures in order to maintain the peace. Regrettably, those tragic measures have dire consequences for both your guild and my consortium. And the Maelstrom is too occupied with ship inaugurations to conduct a proper inquiry. Meaning, our only hope is to take matters into our own firm yet subtle hands. It may be impossible to prove the sea serpent does not exist, but perhaps the testimony of the eyewitnesses could not be impunged. I believe you admit the sailor responsible for the sighting, the one known as Shusharun? You. Shusharun saw big fish at sea. Some say sea serpent. Shusharun just wants fish to fish. These fishermen want Malago go fish in sea. I've seen enough at sea to know when sailors are seeing things. What Shusharun saw was no sea serpent for sure. Missing your marks will make mountains out of moleholes. Distances deceive and delude the mind of men at sea. My money says your serpent is a Maslaya marlin. A fairly big fish, but by no means a monster. You can see them barreling back and forth along the north of Bloodshore. But if spied from the shore, people will just shrug their shoulders. You need to make them meet that marlin up close and personal. I'll admit it's easier expressed than executed, and I've never nabbed one. If you don't loosen your line, they'll rip your rod right out of your hands. But first, you need a bite. They won't waste their breath on worms from other waters. Maslaya marlin demand mooching. More familiar to you as fish wheeling, perhaps. Not just any mean of mooching, but the daunting duty of the dramatic double mooch. I reckon you're ready for it. Get a gobby ball and haul in a harbor herring. Once you've hitched your herring, offer it up to an ogre barracuda. Then bait the beast to make the Maslaya marlin bite. Makes me want to sail out myself, but Slafferson would slay any guildmaster who slights him. Besides, I'm sure Sisyphus would sooner see you succeed at it. Alright, let's sell some stuff again. Alright, let's go here. Sell this fishing rod I picked up. Yeah, let's go that way. Let's read out some little notes I had on this fish. I'll try to catch it normally. If I cannot, I'll just bite off the mark. How much does it cost here? That's a fair price. Alright, we go to Isla Rocha, Costa de Sal. I think that's the right spot. We'll find out. One way or another. I will use a few pieces of my lure. If I get to it. We'll see. Let's try the other side. Looking for the forecastle. There we go. Try this again. Oh, this is interesting. got some gobby balls maybe, but oh wait, makeshift boot. Okay. Ooh, what do you get? What do you get? What do you get? Harbor herring. Let's mooch it. Come on, barracuda. Large barracuda. I cannot use it. Dang it. Alright. Ooh, I should have kept that. Oh well, too late now. I'm not gonna standing all night here, just fishing this one fish. I'm gonna buy that fish eventually, if it comes down to it. time. Let's see if we can get a large barracuda. And after that, see if we can catch our fish. Nope. Oh well, let's keep going. Oh, there's a chance. There's a chance. Come on, Clalin, you got this. Reel it in. Reel it in. What do you get? What do you get? Hey! We got it the legit way. Let's go. You know what? This requires a celebratory walk back to Lamenta. Let's go aboard of this. Let's go. He caught it the legit way. Woo! Let's go. This will be the end of the Fisher quest coming up. I do apologize if this stream is not much as talkative as before. It's fishing. Just go with the flow. Enjoy the time spent fishing, catching said fish. All is well petty weather. Well, this would certainly have been an interesting stream. This is mainly a fishing stream for today. Although, pretty much right near the beginning, we got a little sidetracked with Odin. Actually found him. First one to find one. Normally I try and find him by myself. I don't find Odin at all. This time I found him. Then I let my hunch shall know that there's a Odin, and that was fun. I didn't get the killing blow on Odin. I know I didn't. That requires me to be DPS, and maybe I might get a chance. As a tank, well, my job is to get punched in the face and like it. And after getting punched in the face, just keep thinking, may I have another? Thank you, sir. Can I have another? May I have another? Go through the Tempest Gate. Let's go hand this in. Valentine event already going on? Alright, I guess we should go to Vidania tomorrow to check this out. Might take another detour. Not today though. Or I am gonna be going to Vidania soon. After today I got Culinarian, Blacksmith, and Armor. You never know, mayhaps. Alright, before I go there, hand this gorgeous fish in. That should be enough. Gah! I can't believe we're reduced to this! Still, while Wabalong has never been right for running a guild, he's never been wrong about a fish. If he says our serpent is a Maslaya Marlin, then that's what it is. Maslaya Marlin, a large saltwater fish found in the warm water south of the Sea of Ash, and known for its remarkable swimming speed. That's the Marlin? I can see why some might mistake it for a monster. Hopefully, Slafferswin will see it the same. Come, Sibel has arranged for us to speak with the Grand Storm Marshal. So many moons has it been, I can scarcely remember the last time I boarded a merchant ship for anything other than an inspection. Ugh. Quite comfortable indeed aboard the luxurious fleet of the Brugere Consortium. No doubt to put crooked mongers and traffickers at ease while making illicit deals at sea. Perish the thought! Would never dream of calling the Grand Storm Marshal to a vessel where such roguery took place. A shame. I'd imagine those sort of vessels were the most fun. I suppose we'd best tend to business. Of course, sir. Allow me to introduce to you the Maslaya Marlin. That's a big fish. Great Lemmia's ghost, that blurry thing is massive. However did you catch it? With a fishing rod? Though I suppose it doesn't matter. At any rate, it is your contention that this Marlin is our sea serpent? You can sing yourself to sleep with that silly sea serpent story, but it won't hold water. I knew things were proceeding too smoothly. Always know just the wrong time to act as Guild Master, don't you? Never you mind. I have known Wabalago enough not to mind his manners. Unlike his fish, I know when I'm being baited. Boy, you've been baiting and bullying us with your ban. Will you let up and lift it? A fine question. To lift the fishing ban or to not lift the fishing ban? What to do, what to do, what to do. On one hand, I could lift the ban, but on the other... Now who's the one baiting?
Why not? Of course. There are formalities we must observe, so I'm afraid the declaration will have to wait until tomorrow. And the ban will be lifted, won't it? Unless you prefer it weren't. By no means. It's just, I fear that simply bringing you the large fish might fail to serve as adequate evidence in overturning a formal military promulgation. Well, I never really believed in all this sea serpent silliness in the first place. It was more about putting Luminescent's minds at ease than anything else. And the Marlin you've brought me should accomplish just that. If you have a more paranoid conspiracy theorist in the maelstrom had alleged the serpent to be part of an elaborate Sahuagin plot, so this would make for a nice laugh at their expense as well. And to think, this all started because someone spotted a large fish. And because fish tails aren't wont to grow in size, the large fish became serpent-sized, and then ceased to be a fish altogether. It makes you wonder what other sorts of overblown fantasies we've all been led to believe. Sounds like you're ready to lift the ban whether we brought you the marlin or not. If only it were that simple. A fine grand marshal I would have been if I went lifting bans willy-nilly without evidence the problem has been solved. This marlin is essentially the assuage is essential to assuaging the irrational fears of the public. Well, then I suppose Clalin's efforts weren't for naught after all. I only wonder how the fish tail grew out of proportion in the first place. I don't delight in delving into details, but that deed may have been my doing. Why am I not surprised? Now, I mentioned to Treachery that the Mazala Marlin was a monster. I meant it metaphorically, but mayhaps you misunderstood. I think it would be in the best interest of all involved if I don't hear any more of the story. The Maelstrom expressed this interest for your efforts in bringing this evidence to light. Your guild will be notified when the fishing ban is formally lifted. I bid you good day. It's a big fish. Be good for supper. Terrifying to think a little exaggeration can get out of hand, particularly when you consider how often fishermen exaggerate. But it sounds like Slufferson knew something was fishy all along. Nevertheless, you saved our guild from destruction at the hand of an imaginary sea serpent. Funny how Manulika delivered you to our doorstep just when we needed you most. And I certainly can't consider you a guppy anymore now that you've caught a marlin, the guildmaster himself never quite reeled in. I'd say we name you the guildmaster. But then Wabalaga would have nothing to dodge. And I'm not ready to let that fish off the hook so easily. So I suppose we could at least let him know that he has a rival. And that might be your finest fishing accomplishment of all. Luring Wabalaga back to work. Gold pieces. Cool hat, but gold pieces. And from here, not much more we can do until Heaven's Ward. Or hang on. There's another quest? Get this over with. There you are, Clalin. Where have you been? Somebody tell you about the big fish? No, I don't mean him. Well, Belago may be the gill master, but he's more the big lugworm than the big fish. In fact, he calls you the best fisher in the guild. That's why he wants to see you. Some scholars raising a hue and cry about a giant fish that needs catching. Refreshing, isn't it? It's actually serious business for a change. What will the morrow bring? What will the morrow bring? Sharks spilling from the sky in a particular shower of scales? Well, don't look at me like that. I am the acting guildmaster after all. You'll find Wabalago at his usual spot at the docks. Might as well hear what he has to say. You're not like to lose by it. I'm sure they had a belly full. Aslan, the adventure arrives with alacrity. Clalin, this fellow you must follow. He has learned in lore and wise in the ways of worms. Alacrity? Yes. I am called Aslan, and I am indeed learned in lore. That is to say, I studied legends throughout Eorzea. Legends of what the common man might call giant fishy things. I recently came across an ancient document which made reference to something called the Nepto Dragon. I should explain by dragon the ancients probably meant a giant fish, or probably a shrubbery of unusual coloring. It's usually one or the other. But by Nepto Dragon was no plant. By the Book of 3 it notes it was twice man's size, that is to say twice as long as a here is tall. It tore through hulls of trading ships with its mighty teeth. Did it ever live? Does it still live? One thing is certain, if I ever find its home waters, it will not be I who hauls the mighty monster out of the depths. I haven't the fortitude. To clarify, I fear water greatly. Even standing on this pier tests my wills to its limits. But that is why I'm here, that I might petition the aid of one such as yourself who harbors no such fear. Terrifically told and terrifically true. He came to Wabalago, the learner of lore. But he found this fisher has faults. Too old am I to make after this monster of myth. Though I do not think I'm not completely diminished by my dotage. Or do you doubt it? I thought to myself, Clalin's a game one game guppy. The game of the bunch, bear myself by the bream. Now then, on to the old ones. Ha! I saw that flint, that further fitting of fingers to some folksy charm. Suffice to say, I speak of fish grown great in gloomy green depths. You've heard chatters about these wily witches of the water, I'm sure. But chatting is not catching. More fishers have heard the story than have hooked the hidden heavyweights. Oh. Now, if what this learner of lore tells is true, this Nepto Dragon will need a fisher who can fish an old one in order. So it falls to you to prove your prowess. Pretty please? Master Wabalago, you've caught your fair share of these that is to say, old ones, have you? Was that a quip or a question? A quick query to yourself, if you please. Why even ask when the answer is clear? Of course I caught an old one. Notice I stress the singular, Even the master fish of all yours finds the old ones a heaving handful of hell. Where to begin? Aha! The Titanic sawfish, an enigma to entertain even an eclectic expert. It enjoys a certain infamy in its immediate environment, shall I say. Other fish of its fraternity flip their fins and flee from it. You can find the Titanic sawfish in West Clalin. You must mooch the monster if you're primed to pull it, and our cultural companion will couch his corrections. Now, ready the reel, coddle the creel. Here's a lugworm and catch a Murthor guppy. Murthor guppies are the only first bait to bag the best. Mooch it with it to net a wahoo. Now, you must maintain the mooch to to manacle titanic sawfish. A pissy pisses in this titanic sawfish, not a drop of doubt about it. Only appears when all aligns. The hour, the weather, the welcome's color. Should you net the titanic sawfish, no nugget of knowledge will I deny. I had much opportunity to observe old ones from an umiak, and you shall learn every detail. No easy feat, I know. But mine eyes have seen you master the mendacious marlin of Mazlaya. That makes you a fisher second to Wawalago. Alright. There's just like a series of quests of big fish, which I think I mentioned about a stream or two ago, where these big fish I'm not going to do in one stream, and I'm not even going to do it during this stream. And in terms of the storyline, Fisher is done. As for these big fish, I'll probably spend like about half an hour a day on them later on. Maybe I'll actually wait till I get to level 63 or 65 to get the Mooch 2, which will become extremely helpful. But until then, I'm going to sign off for this evening. We saw, we caught our fish. So as for the title of that last stream, actually I forget, last stream, what was the name of this quest? Complete. Not that. Yeah. So this I'm going to call it an end for this stream for the evening. I'm going to be getting to bed early tonight, as tomorrow's going to be a long day. Also gives me sleep to be able to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to take on a new, continue on with Clalin's journey through Final Fantasy XIV to Realm Reborn's classes and quests. And tomorrow we're going to start off with Culinarian. Because there's only 3 jobs left in Lamenta: Culinarian, Blacksmith, and Armor. All are within the upper decks. And yeah, Culinarian's going to be the next stop on the road. As this is something Clalin has not done yet, so this will be new content for Clalin. New content to share. But that is tomorrow. And with that, I'm going to take my leave. We're going to raid somebody today. Who shall we raid? So many choices, so many choices. I'm gonna trade Mr. Cheese Pops. I've not seen him in a while. Mostly I've seen him do Mario Maker streams, but he's a pretty cool guy. So, but today he's playing a different game called... Actually, I'm not sure what this is. Looks like Halo Infinite, maybe? No. Yeah, Halo Infinite. Alright, folks, thank you again for joining. It's right here. Thank you all for joining. If you like what you've seen, click on follow, click on like. Be notified of future events that will occur. Until then, hope everyone take care. And as for the title of that last quest, so long everyone, and thanks for all the fish. Take care.